what's going to happen when interest rates cool off, right? When rates go down, the bond prices go up. And so what we want to look at, TMF. TMF is 3 times the price of TLT. So what that means is the risk factor is if it goes down 10%, you're down 30%. If it goes up 10%, you are up 30%. So it's leveraged. Right now, it is at an all-time low. We have it here. Look for this bad boy to go up as soon as interest rates come down. It will skyrocket. You can buy the call options on this, and you could buy them out for a year, a leap, and you would make a ton of money. Like $10,000 could potentially be $100,000. Very, very cool trade that I'm going to be eyeing personally. I'm going to be doing personally. Again, this is not investment advice. This is just a trade. I have 5 to 6 trades a year that I like to look at between the S&P 500, the bond index, as well as some other commodities. And I'm going to be discussing this throughout the quarters, throughout any time I see through my scans. I'm going to be discussing this live right here. Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here with another episode of Scriptures and Wall Street. Holy freaking cow, man. Did you guys see the market on Thursday and Friday? Absolutely abysmal. When we have Bidenomics at the helm, what do you think is going to happen? You see, I actually enjoy the Bidenomics. I enjoy the Bidenomics agenda because it's so predictable. You know the market's going to crash. You know yields are going to be off the hook, the rates, bank failures. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to be victim of this anymore. You need to actually position your portfolio where it's either safe and secured from the stupidity in Washington right now, or if you want to be more aggressive and be like the Wall Street banksters did in 2008, then it's time to reposition your assets to a place where you can actually make money when the market goes down. And I'm not talking about gold and silver. I'm not talking about real estate. I'm actually talking about certain style of derivatives, certain style of investments that could actually do well when the market goes down. You see, the markets are complicated. It's not as easy as buying gold and silver and say, all right, we're protected, we're guaranteed, we're insured, all these things. No, it's not that easy. You don't think the big banks and the big Wall Street hedge funds know that you're buying gold and silver? That is like the cookie cutter version of protecting your money. And what I mean by that is gold and silver and precious metals is manipulated. Now, I know this goes against of your hunch and your feelings and all these things, but I'm not here to protect your feelings. You know, a lot of people lose money when they say, I have a feeling this is going to happen. I have a feeling that's going to happen. If you're making decisions based on your feelings, then you're doing it wrong. You should be basing it off mathematical charts, quantitative and qualitative research. And that's what I want to bring to the table is that the charts don't lie. I've been saying this from day one, man. Like I look, if you were listening to me last podcast, just in the last podcast, I told you everything that was going to happen this week. And guess what happened? It happened. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm just saying I have the tools, I have the insight, and I can separate my emotions. I can separate my emotion and my hunches away from actually what is happening. I'm not a genius. As a matter of fact, let me say my disclosure here. Today's episode and all future episodes is not investment advice. I am a licensed financial advisor, but everything on this podcast should be used for education and information purposes only. Now, if you would like investment advice, give us a call, 813-448-3446, as I cannot give investment advice on a public platform. However, you can also visit our website at cortezwm.com. Let us look at your portfolio. Let us see what you got going on. Let us see how you can make money when the market does crash without buying precious metals, without being charged 20% to get in and 20% to get out. That's what these gold and precious metal dealers are doing. It's disgusting. Don't be victim to that. So I wanted to talk about exactly what just happened. Exactly what just happened. Like last week, last episode, I talked about how the S&P was starting to come down, and my short term, my midterm, and my long term traffic lights, basically the momentum is having a huge pressure down, and it's turning. And boom, we had 900 points literally the next day after I recorded that. And so our SPX trade, our VIX trade, our TMF trade, all three hit, dude, like bangers, man, like boom. Like you literally made like 30% in one day if you bought those when I was talking about them. Unreal, man. Unreal. So here we are. I think this is the start of a correction. We're going to look at some charts. You have very, 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 very little time to correct your portfolio, to adjust it for this financial hurricane that's about to start. And I want to help you. All you got to do is give us a call, 813-448-3446. Visit us at cortezwm.com. The link is below in the descriptions. Click below, and you will see our link. Let us just have a conversation. We are busy. We have a good 2 or 3 week waiting list, but we're hiring new advisors. We have a new advisor that is helping me take the load. And as you know, I'm always podcasting, doing interviews. I got an interview with Giuliani coming up. Stu and I are thinking about starting a financial show. And I'm also on Frank's Speech as well. So other networks are catching wind of our podcast. And I'm just really excited just to be at the forefront of it all and really just talk about the markets from a Christian, non-woke perspective and actually have experience. Like a lot of the guys want to talk about financials and they're not even in the business. They've never been in the business. They're not even licensed. So I don't understand why people listen to them. And then they talk about gold and securing your IRAs. And I'm like, dude, no. It's a lot to it. So I want to get to the charts. I am like really geeked up with all this, man. This is absolutely insanity what is happening. I mean, and we called it. Like we straight called it. It's not a secret. And I'm laughing straight to the bank. I'm laughing straight to the bank. It's pretty cool, man. But it's not fun. It's not fun if you just have a 401k and IRA and you don't know what you're doing because you're focusing on your work, and those are the people getting taken advantage of. And I don't want that to be you. I'm giving you a lifeline. Reach out. Let us help you. Let us protect your principal. Please do not be in the stock market in the next 6 to 12 months, taking all this risk that you do not know what's about to happen. And so we want to be able to give you some solutions. Doesn't mean you have to get all the way out of the market. It means that you just need to start to pivot. You need to have a tactical manager that can actually make pivotal moves when there's times of volatility, where we can go from conservative to aggressive to a safe money bucket to a bucket of money that can actually make money when the market goes down. You need to have all this. And unfortunately, there's not enough resources out there for patriots to literally invest in a way where they can have the ability to at least protect their money from a stock market crash. Because if you call your advisor, he's going to say, "Oh, well, we have this portfolio that does well in times of stress," and they bring up the word standard deviations, betas and alphas, and inception dates, and you're like, "Huh? What?" We're going based on past historicals, which shouldn't be indicative of future results. because red money advisors only know one thing. They only know how to diversify between stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. Red money things only work with red money banks. And so when you call a red money advisor, you're only going to get red money responses. And they will believe it to their soul. But in reality, it's just a mask. It's a mask. In my opinion, it's just a mask that they wear because they are so stuck on their culture. They're so stuck on their platform that they can't walk away from their cushy little job and their reputation and the recognition and actually go out of the way to another channel and become independent and offer you principal protected products that do not even exist on Wall Street. Like you can't even get them in New York. And if they are available, they're very, very, very limited. So we want to help. We want to help as many God-fearing patriots all over the country. We have clients all over the country. Just give us a call. So let me share what the dealio is with these charts, man. All right. Hopefully you can see me here. I'm still learning this new platform. All right. So I'm gonna go full mode here. Cool. So this is a bunch of like numbers and it looks crazy, but I'm gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about different sectors. And for those of you that watched my last podcast, this might be redundant for you because everything that we spoke about literally happened. Like it straight up happened. It was freaking magical. Absolutely magical. Yeah. So, okay. So going to the charts here. This is the first thing I want to mention is that this is the volatility index. Now, the volatility index typically is what's known as a fear and greed index. Now, I will say, you see this little green spike here. That was literally Friday. Friday just shot up. And I told you guys that this thing has been at an all-time low for so long. Like back in November of 19, it was touching that era right there around 12, and we were right at 1182. So there's huge support right there, just massive. And then we go back to 2017. The volatility index hasn't been that low since 2017. So like any stock, you want to buy when it's low, all-time low, eventually it's going to pop off. And if it's at an all-time high, eventually it's going to come down. That is not emotional. That is actually tactical, sound technical analysis, trading advice. And most advisors don't even know a thing about trading. I'm here to tell you because I've been an advisor for the past 19 years. And I was told I always wanted to be a trader. I didn't have the money, and there weren't prop shops when I got into business. So someone told me, hey, study money and one day you'll have it. And then you can start learning how to trade. So that time is now. So I'm actually becoming more of a trader. Even though I still continue to do financial advice. I love it. I love helping people in their retirement, and I'm pretty darn good at it. But now I feel led to on the money management side. And I think it's a deadly combination where I can consult people and I could also show you how to make money in any market situation. Dollar crashes, we're making a ton of money. Market crashes, we're making a ton of money. Market goes up, we're making a ton of money. Market stays sideways, I know how to make money in a sideways market. Like this is the knowledge I'm bringing to the table. And I will find money managers that agree with it. If not, then I fire them. And we're able to offer advice to clients. So it's a God-given thing. And now I can speak publicly. I don't have a huge conglomerate telling me what to do, what I can't say, and blah, blah, blah. I don't work for the big banks. I actually pay for my own podcast. I don't have sponsors. I'm trying to bring some good ones on, but they want me to skew their message, and I'm not down like that, man. Totally not down like that. I want to just keep it raw and real and let you know the truth, man. And as long as I can afford to do this, I will continue to do it. So basically, going back to the charts, here's a volatility index. This volatility index will continue to spike. Now, call it the election flu, call it the election, call it whatever you want to call it. There's going to be volatility. And it's a matter, like I told you, I think a few podcasts ago, we have a financial crisis that we haven't spoke about. We have commercial real estate that's massive. Like that is just massive. And I don't know why we're not talking about this. We're talking about abortions. We're talking about other things other than this massive, massive problem that no one is coming up with a financial cure for it. And they want to sweep it under the rug until it becomes a big thing. But notice all around America, the pricing of your homes are going down. Notice little by little. And if you look at the commercial property, it's even worse. It is surging. The homes are surging in major metropolitan areas. The inventory has gone up 30, 40, even upwards of 80%. Some parts of Texas are up 80%. The inventory. Remember, just a few years ago, we couldn't have inventory. That is a huge problem right now. But let's put that to the side. We have inflation that is devastating for America. We have like single moms, single dads. They go to Costco. They go to Walmart. They honestly don't even can't afford a babysitter to watch their kids so they can go to the store to grab things. So they order online, and you can't really coupon your way out of online. You can't really do the things. Look at different brands to see which one you like, and do cost comparison. It's very hard to do that online versus going in store and looking at the fluid ounces versus the price and kind of compare if you want to go store brand or not. People are just going straight to the store brand and getting the cheapest at whatever, whether it's hand soaps, deodorants, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to put a plug in for Switch My Products USA. If you haven't signed up for Switch My Products USA, I'm a distributor for them. I enjoy their products, from hand sanitizers to candles to cleaners. As a double pneumonia patient, I had double pneumonia during COVID when I got Resdemivired. I can't breathe in certain chemicals. It hurts my lungs like really bad, and I have runner's cough. But with Switch My Products USA, they use these like amazing like safe chemicals that you can clean your house. They got vanilla, they got limited fragrances, and Christmas they have apples and cinnamon. So you want to use like products that are made in America. Go to switchmyproductsusa.com. You can check it out, and they ship to your door fast, just like Prime, Amazon. Amazing products, from deodorants, hand shampoos. They even have non-mRNA beef. They have candles. They have vitamins. The vitamins are amazing. My favorite product is the detergents. Like, we put on these nasty detergents on, and it soaks in your body, and we wonder why we have all these skin problems and these chemical problems. And it's because of chemicals that we're ingesting by big pharma. I absolutely hate Lysol and Procter & Gamble products, the deodorants, from the toothbrushes to the toothpaste. It's all harmful for you. So Switch My Products USA is a great platform, online patriot club, where you can get all your products from there and have it shipped to your door. Try it out, man. It's only $1 to sign up. Put your information in, and someone from my team will contact you to send you a link and a 10-minute webinar to teach you how to sign up and all that. But if that's you, sign up, switchmyproductsusa.com. But anyways, going back to the financials. Look, the volatility index is simply going to pop up. And that's what's happening right now. Like, it is popping up, just like I told you. I told you over here. I said, I don't know why I'm getting a sell bar here, but this thing is all-time low. We're hitting like major all-time lows. It has to come up. just a rule of thumb. The commercial crisis, the inflation, the border crisis, the fentanyl crisis, all that is just added pressure. The main core is that the volatility index is crazy talk. So how do we make money off of this, Carlito? Well, you can't buy the VIX straight up, but what you can do is you could buy the futures. You can buy the ETF, VIXY, VIXY, and right now it's still trading at daggone. It's still trading at daggone. When I bought it, I think it was at like $8. Where was it at? Yep, I bought it around 987, and boom, it shot up to 1596, bro. And check me out on the bottom here. I got my lights, man. I got the short terms, all three on the short term, and it's converting over to the long term. So that means this puppy is going to go up, or like we say in the South, is finna skyrocket, bro. Right? This thing is going up. All-time low. What's the secret, guys? The secret is you buy at all-time lows. This puppy spiked up. Yes, it was 2020. This thing went to close to 1,000, 986. Imagine if you bought the call option on this, man. You're talking like game show money, dog. I mean, we're at $9, $10. It shot to 15 in a heartbeat. Come on. You could buy a 1-year leap right now, and if this thing goes to 70, holy smokes, tons of money. This is how you make money off stupid face Bidenomics. They want to bring Bidenomics to the table. Well, guess what, idiots? We're going to make money off of you. We're now smart. We now have the tools. We now have the platform to do this. No more getting ripped off on Wall Street. No more. Not on my freaking watch. There's ways we can make money off of this. So we have a volatility index that is fixing to pop up extremely high. Right now, the volatility is at 1659. When I spoke to you, it was daggone near 12, 13, and it's popping up. Now, I'm talking about the volatility index. This is the actual ETF that follows the VIX. So two different things. VIXC is the ETF that follows the VIX. The VIX right now is at, right here according to my charts, at 1659. So as long as the VIX goes up and there's problems, the VIX will go up, but we make money off of the VIXY. Now, I'm not saying that you have to buy this with your retirement money. You only buy this if you have money you can afford to lose, money that you can afford to risk. And this is not your IRA, your 401ks. This is money that you have set aside that you can play with. For many of you, like you're extremely aggressive, you want to put all of it. Do not call me and say, I want to put 100 grand in VIXY and you only have $105,000. I'm not going to do that for you. Yeah. So this is, like I said, this is for information and education purposes only. I like showing you predictions and showing you what's going to happen before it happens. I mean, who doesn't, right? People love that. And I love it. I get all geeked up. But man, this is looking sexy. Whoa. This is looking sexy, man. Like, boom. I forgot how high this thing went, man. So right now it is trading at $15. And this puppy, back during COVID, let's look at COVID one more time. This puppy was at 1,000, man. Just recently, and after 20, it went up to $500. Got a death cross, just plummeted. You could have short this and made a ton of money. So there's also a VIXY bear. I don't want to talk about that today, but we're a long time from there. Maybe in like 5-6 years, I'll talk about the shorting the VIXY. But right now, it's looking ultra beautiful setup, man. Anyways, SPXS. Actually, no, we're going to go SPX. This is the S&P 500. Would you look at that? notice I already said, notice we were talking about the S&P 500. You see that little red dot there? I don't know if you can tell that, but boom, it shot down 900 points. When you pan out over the year, it is like a little divot. Like, and it was a massive day on Wall Street, massive day. It wiped out literally all the gains in like almost 1 year. This little trade right here. But we are starting to see a turnover. Just weeks ago, I couldn't explain why I was getting all green. Like, what is going on? We have all these problems. Election year, election flu is starting. We have all these problems. Like, why is it all green? But now it's green. It's starting to turn red. We have short term, long term, and we got a little pop. And unemployment came. Numbers came out. Didn't look the way they thought they were going to do. The fake reports didn't work that time, and the market already in my opinion, they already judged the market thinking that they were expecting a higher unemployment, and boom, it didn't. And now people are like frantic, like it is frantic right now. The volatility index is skyrocketing. I think it's going to catapult, in my opinion. Again, not investment advice. So this is turning over to red. I'm sorry. This is over turning red. Once I get all these colors, it is game over, bro. This is the S&P 500. Let me show you some other charts. Oh, and so for my friend Michael that emailed me about SPXS, I told you I was watching it, and I told you it wasn't the right time to buy it. But now we are starting to see signs where it is a good time to enter. It is. You see this pop up. So SPXS, this goes up when the stock market goes down, and it's 3 times the leverage. So if the S&P 500 goes negative 5%, this is generally going to go down 15%. But also on the upside, if it goes up 5%, it will go up 15%, give or take operational expenses that they charge. I think they charge like 50 basis points. So 14 and a half, call it. All right. So, and this is not a long-term hold. This would be like a 3 to 6 month hold if you're doing it. You can also buy, if you really want to leverage this puppy out, you could buy the call options on this. Maybe about 3 to 6 months out. They will be expensive because it's starting to pop up and people are getting wind that the S&P 500 is going down. But this cloud, you see this cloud, this red cloud is starting to kind of lose momentum going down. We want this to go up. Against once this goes up, that means the S&P 500 is going down. So this is the opposite of the S&P 500. And obviously it had a huge tick. It was at 344 right before COVID. And then during COVID, it was at 255 right now, guys. It is at $8. Why wouldn't we buy call options on this, man? This is such a good hedge of protection. If you have a 401k, or if you're just trading, or if you like buying stocks, you might as well like hedge a good portion of this on SPXS. This little hedge could literally keep your money safe during a financial meltdown. Also, let's look at our traffic lights. I got 6 of them here. Right? So whenever these actually turn green, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. When all of these blocks turn green, which we have 1, 2, 3, half of them have already turned green. We will see a spike, a massive spike. This thing will just, it'll go up, man. So we're starting to see it will just do one of these numbers. And if we get it at 47, that's 4 times your money right there, guys. Like, that's insane. So Bidenomics is a good thing. Yeah, it's going to crash the stock market, but you could literally make money off stupid faces policies and Kamala host policies. This is what conservatives will do. We have to protect our wealth, and you short the market. Like you can short the market, you can make money when the market goes down. This is a very cookie cutter way of doing it. SPXS, you could buy this, you can hold it and sell it when it goes all-time high. We are going into a recession. We are going into a problematic territory, a correction territory. In 2008 was just a glimpse. I believe this one could be worse. You do not have enough time. If you're thinking about it, you don't have enough time because this is going to fall quickly. When that turns green, meaning the market's going down, it is going to be too late. There'll be liquidity issues in your 401k. If you have 401ks, give us a call. Let's give you advice on your 401ks. I highly, highly recommend that you start looking at short-term duration bonds or even long-term bonds because the bond prices are going to go up. Oh, man, speaking of bonds, let's check this puppy out, man. Woo! This thing gets me excited. Look at TM freaking F. Didn't we just talk about this, man? What is one thing that's going to happen? What is one thing that's definitely going to happen? They're going to lower interest rates. And when they do, this thing is going to pop off. Again, it's 3 times TLT. So TLT is our treasury, the price of the 20-year treasury. And this is turning all green. I got all green here. So that means yields are going, the interest rates are going to go down. This will come back up. This will be a huge, huge trade. Again, we do not want to put money in here that we cannot afford to lose. But at the all-time high, it was at 170 on TLT. Now TMF is going to be 3 times that bad boy. So TMF, 3 times the bull shares, 3 times the risk, all green. Look at that, buddy. Look at that. I told you guys, man. I told you guys. You can't say I didn't. Woo. That thing is at 54.44. I told you when it was like at 50, it shot up 5%. I'm sorry, 10% in one day. This thing is going to skyrocket. As soon as those interest rates drop, all of these are turning green. Look at that. How sexy is that? And when they do, you're looking at a spike that could be prolific. And at these numbers, we're at 500. So we could literally turn $50 into $500 here once they lower interest rates. I like the January 26 calls on this. If you're not comfortable with options, you can just hold TMF. Just buy TMF knowing that it's going to move 3 times, and you buy it with money that you can afford to lose. No more than 5% of your liquid assets, guys. There's risk involved in this, and it may not hit. But hey, I'm a realist, and when I have all my green bars here and it's all-time low over here, guys, and the all-time high was over daggone close to 500, come on. Common sense. And then Biden does his stupidity with Bidenomics and the real numbers come out, boom. And they got to lower interest rates, and Powell's acting like a dumb stick. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's late to the game, and then he's going to try to lower interest rates. And he wants to see more data before lowering interest rates and cooling information. Whatever, dude. Like, you're going to crash the stock market regardless. And that's what people don't realize. So we're covering the stock market, right? The stock market is getting crashed. Like, we can make money off of SPXS, buying that. Boom. That's easy. We can buy call options if we really want to get aggressive. Interest rates going down. We can make money off of that. TMF. 3 times. Or if you're conservative and you know that interest rates are going to go down, you still want to participate, you buy the TLT, which is 1-to-1. Bond price is going to go up. Still a great trade, but more conservative. And then on top of that, we have the volatility index. You know something's going to happen. It is election year. So that's 3 trades right there, man. That could literally 5 to 10 times your investment. Again, I don't make any money off of this. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this because I want you to be educated. I want to give content to you. I will have an inner circle that all we do is I'm going to send you trades. I will probably charge $10,000 to $20,000 a year to get in, but the goal is to make 100 to 300% a year on our trades, and it will be a subscription. It won't be a client relationship. It will just be an investment club. I'm not ready for that. I am doing my own trades so I can show you, hey, this is what the portfolio did. This is what our trades did. This is me watching it. This is me giving you signals. This is me doing all this stuff for you. If that's what you're interested in, when I roll it out 12 months from now, shoot me an email now, and I'll put you on our letter of interest, or a list of interests. It's info@cortezwm.com. You can email me right now, info@cortezwm.com. And I'll love to have a small group of subscribers, listeners that want to make trades, and we all make money together. It'll be pretty cool off these. Hey, it doesn't matter if Trump or Kamala Harris gets in. It does not matter, because the manipulations work both ways. And so we can make money off of the manipulations. It's very simple, for me at least. And I'm just looking to help out as many people as I can. But more importantly, if all this is over your head, what you have to do is protect your principal. You got to protect your principal. We utilize insurance-based contracts. You see, there's indices that actually do all these things for you. They will convert to treasuries. They'll convert to NASDAQ. They'll convert to the S&P 500. They'll even convert to commodities. One thing, if you're left, right, agnostic, atheist, Muslim, Christian, one thing that we all can agree on is that the cost of eggs, bread, butter, and fuel are always going up. Well, what if I told you that you can invest in a guaranteed bucket of money, a safe money bucket? The only catch is you have access to 10% a year, but you can invest in this index that has done phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So what I wanted to show you are actually returns that our clients are getting through a certain index that does the same technology. I like doing it manually, looking at the charts. But if you don't have time to look at the charts and you just want somebody to take over your 401k and secure it and grow it, no matter what the Democrats or the Republicans or the conservatives or the white hats, the black hats, whoever, you don't want all this garbage and malarkey to control your retirement, then this is a great way and a suitable way for many retirees, particularly God-fearing patriots, to protect their principal and actually grow it regardless of what the market's doing. Because of this transitional index where it can go from commodities to treasuries when there's a time of stress, commodities when there's high times of inflations, to AI-driven type of environment with NASDAQ, to the S&P 500 if people continue to like brick and mortars. And having the ability for it to shift every single day, not week, not quarterly, not annually, not biannually, but every single day, then this account is designed for you, or a good portion of your IRAs and 401ks. This is inside of a safe money account. And basically what I wanted to say is these returns are phenomenal, man. Like, past results are not indicative of future results, but check it out, man. Like on our 14, on average about 14%. On our 2 years, a 19, a 4 is a 55. On our 6 year, 27%. So this is $500,000 growing, which is a double inside of 7 years. This is amazing, and I can't promise these returns, but this is what the index is actually doing. Now, if they do a good job, let's just say, and if we go over to the high area, it's about 18%, 17.99. $500,000 turns into, by year 6, 1.2 million. If you never touched it, an example, if you never touched it, never did anything. Worst case scenario, we can get an average of 10% according to this illustration. $500,000 10 years from now is 1.3. So it's either going to be $500,000, which is the most recent, to 1.9 million to 2.6 million in the middle of the road, or the best case scenario, or the lowest case scenario, 1.3. This is a type of assets. This is a type of safe money vehicles that you would need in order to be successful in retirement. In my opinion, you don't need these guaranteed lifetime income products. You don't need gold IRA. You don't need Bitcoin IRA. You need a safe money insurance contract that can move with the manipulations of the markets. Now, if this is something that you would like, give us a call, 813-448-3446, or simply just go to cortezwm.com. If you don't want to speak to anybody and you want to set up a meeting, just go to cortezwm.com and we can make sure this is the right fit for you. It may not be a right fit. I don't know. We have to talk with you. But more importantly, if you give us a call, I'm actually giving away my book for free. I'll send it to you, no cost to you. All you got to do is allow us to speak with you and run a actual appointment with you, and we'll send it to you. It's called America First Retirement Plan. I wrote this book about a year ago. It's basically talking about everything this whole podcast is about, and I love it. It's been an eye opener. It took me a year to write it, and I want to give it to you. I want to put it in your hands. Now, with that being said, I've kind of went a little too long because I get a little passionate about this stuff. But a servant's heart. As you guys know, I'm reading this book. It's called Prayers for My Wife, Daily Prayers for My Wife. I think we should honor we should honor God. As men, we should always honor our wives. We should always be present for our wife. We should always love our wives because they deal with our stupidity and our nonsense and our insecurities and our faults and our mistakes, and they still show up every day doing their job. And as men, as godly men, we're supposed to be bold. We're supposed to love our wife like Christ loved the church. And how can we love our wife when we don't even spend time with her? So we also should pray for her. So a servant's heart. 1 Corinthians 13:5. Jesus, God's own son, came to the earth in the form of a man to serve. And that's what he did, to the point of dying on a cross for our sins. He taught, he listened, he prayed, he spoke truth, he healed, he multiplied food, he knelt, he washed his disciples' feet. His life here was the ultimate life for us to follow in order to know our Creator, to build our faith, and to know how to serve him. The more we serve, the more we become a shining light in our communities. When we serve in marriage, we are not only a blessing to our spouse, but also to the Lord. Dude, that hits home, man. I basically just said that, and I read it. So it's funny how discernment works, right? Amazing. Well, God bless you guys. I'm out of here. Don't forget, give us a call, cortezwm.com. Check out all my self-sponsored companies below our link. If you want to get in shape, reach out to Josiah. If you want America First homemade products, household products for your home, Switch from Products USA. If you want to learn about crypto, Decentralized Masters, there's a link there. Great group of outfit there. And if you just want us to look at your 401k IRAs, definitely reach out over there. If you're working on your business and you need credit, I have somebody for you as well. So don't forget to check our sponsors. And but more importantly, let's get your retirement in order. CortezWM.com. God bless you. I am out of here.